Welcome back, students. In the previous class we have seen about the type and order of the system and also first order system. Now we will see about the second order system. What is the second order system in the control system? Okay. Second order system, it is nothing but the standard form of closed loop, the standard form of the closed loop transfer function of second order system is given by C of S by R of S is equal to omega n square by S square plus 2 zeta omega n S plus omega n square. This is the standard form of the transfer function for second order system. Here we are having variables, that is omega n. Omega n is called as undamped natural frequency, undamped natural frequency, and also zeta is equals to damping ratio. This zeta is called as damping ratio. So we have here omega n is equal to damped natural frequency. It is radians per second. Omega n is equals to undamped natural frequency, radians per second units, and zeta is equal to damping ratio. It doesn't have any units here. Okay. And here the damping ratio is defined. Damping ratio is defined as the ratio of actual damping to the critical damping. Actual damping to the critical damping is called as damping ratio. So what is damping ratio? Damping ratio is nothing but the ratio of actual damping by critical damping. The damping ratio is defined as the ratio of actual damping to the critical damping. Actual damping to the critical damping. Okay. Here the response, what is the response? Response means output, that is the response C of t of second order system, of the second order system depends on the value of damping ratio. Depends on the value of damping ratio. So damping ratio and the response of the second order system are related to each other because they are dependent on damping ratio. Response is depending on damping ratio. So here zeta value is important, and based on zeta value the systems are classified. Zeta value, the system can be classified. The system can be classified into different types. It can be classified into different types based on the value of zeta. So we will see what is that zeta value. So we will start from the case 1. If we take case 1, depending upon the value of zeta, they are classified into different type of systems. Now case 1, what is that? Undamped system. If it is an undamped system, then zeta is equal to 0. And case 2, what is case 2? Underdamped system. Underdamped system. For this, the zeta value has some range, 0 less than zeta less than 1. So if zeta value lies between 0 to 1, it is called as underdamped system. Next, case 3. What is case 3? Critically damped system. Critically damped system. So the value of zeta should lie, zeta is equals to 1. Next, case 4, overdamped system. Overdamped system. In the overdamped system, zeta is always greater than 1. So here, according to the value of zeta, they are classified as undamped system, underdamped system, critically and overdamped system. Okay. Now we will write about the characteristics equation of the second order. The second order system, we will write the characteristic equation. What does the characteristic equation tell? The characteristic equation is given by the characteristic equation is of second order system. S square plus 2 zeta omega n s plus omega n square is equal to 0 is the characteristic equation. The characteristic equation of a system is given like this: s square plus 2 zeta omega n s plus omega n square is equal to 0. Now this is a quadratic equation. If you see here, this is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. So the roots of this quadratic equation, the roots of this quadratic equation are s1 and s2 because it is a variable in s. Okay, s1 s2, that is equals to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Now know the formula of the quadratic equation. So minus b, it is minus of minus, we can write it as minus b 2 zeta omega n plus or minus square root of b square. What is b square? B square is 4 zeta square omega n square minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4 a is 1, and also c. What is c value? 4 omega n square. So it is 4 zeta square omega n square minus 4 omega n square divided by 2a. 2 into a is 1. So we can write only 2 here. So s1 s2 is equals to minus 2 zeta n omega n plus or minus square root of 4 omega n square into zeta square minus 1 divided by 2, divided by 2. Okay, so it will become now, after making it simplification, now we will get this value of like this, S1 comma S2. So here it is S1 comma S2 is equals to minus zeta omega n. Why? Because we are cancelling 2 here, plus or minus omega n into square root of zeta square minus 1. So here 4, if you come outside, becomes 2, and we take out common and cancel the 2 value. So it is S1 S2 is equal to minus zeta omega n plus or minus square root of omega n into square root of zeta square minus 1. So these are the roots of the quadratic equation. Now here we are having zeta value here. When zeta is equals to 0, S1 comma S2 is equal to S1 comma S2 is equals to zeta is equal to 0. If you substitute here, S1 comma S2 is equals to plus or minus j omega n, j omega n. Roots are purely, so we can write the characteristics here. Okay, roots are purely imaginary. Roots are purely imaginary. As we have the characteristics of the roots, here the roots are purely imaginary because they are complex roots. Next, next, what is the value when zeta is equals to 1? S1 comma S2 is equals to minus omega n. It completely becomes 0. So it is implies S1 comma S2 is equals to minus omega n. So what are the roots here? Okay, minus omega n means the roots are real and equal. The roots are real and equal, and system is critically damped. And system is critically damped. System is critically damped. And here the first zeta is equal to 0, roots are purely imaginary, and the system is undamped, and system is undamped. System is undamped. Okay. Now in this way, zeta is greater than 1. If zeta is greater than 1, okay. If when zeta is greater than 1, what is the system? The roots, what are the roots here? S1 comma S2 is equals to minus zeta omega n, minus zeta omega n plus or minus square root of omega n into zeta square minus 1. Roots are real and unequal. Here the roots are real and unequal. When zeta is greater than 1, roots are real and unequal, and the system is overdamped. System is overdamped. Okay, system is overdamped here when zeta is greater than 1. So we have seen undamped, critically damped and overdamped. Now it is other one, that is we are having under damped. When 0 less than zeta less than 1 means the value of zeta is between 0 to 1, then the roots S1 comma S2 is equal to minus zeta omega n plus or minus omega n into square root of zeta square minus 1. That is equals to minus zeta omega n plus or minus omega n into square root of, why? Because we are having zeta between 0 and 1, omega n into minus 1 common into 1 minus zeta square, 1 minus zeta square can be written like this. Okay, that is equals to minus zeta omega n plus or minus j omega n. Why? Because we are taking out minus as a root, j omega n into square root of 1 minus zeta square. Now minus zeta omega n plus or minus j omega d. So here the roots are here. What is omega d? I have written omega d is equal to omega n into square root of 1 minus zeta square. That is equals to omega d. We can write here, since omega d is equal to square root of omega n, j omega n into square root of 1 minus zeta square. Okay. So the roots are here. Roots are complex conjugate and system is under damped. System. So here we got about the zeta value and type of the systems when zeta value is varying. Okay. And what is omega d? Omega d is here is called as damped frequency of oscillations of the system, So it is given by omega d here. This is damped frequency. And also we know that the radians per second is a unit. Radians per second is the unit of damped frequency. Okay. So now we will see about the response of undamped second order system. Response of the undamped. We will treat one by one case 1, case 2 and case 3 and find out the response of the each case. For each case we will find out the response. Response of second order system for step input. As we have talked about the step input and ramp input, impulse input, like that we are taking for the step input. Response of the second order system for step input. So input is step input, and what is the response for it for a second order system? So we are having the second order system and we are writing the second order system, and for that we are finding out the response. So the standard form of, you have to write the standard form here of the second order system. What is second order system standard form equation? S square plus 2 zeta omega n s plus omega n square. Of closed loop second order system is given by so now write the equation for it. C of s by r of s is equals to omega n square divided by s square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square. So here what we do is, for undamped system, which system it is, an undamped system. For undamped system, zeta is equals to, as we already done here, zeta is equal to 0. Zeta is equal to 0. That means C of s by R of s is equals to omega n square divided by, so C of s by R of s, C of s by R of s is equals to omega n square divided by s square plus 2 zeta, 2 not 2 zeta omega n, that is plus omega n square, omega n square divided by s square plus omega n square. Why? Because zeta is equal to 0. Okay. Now for this equation, C of s by R of s is equals to omega n square by s square plus omega n square, when the input is unit step, as you have specified there, when it is unit step input, that is R of t is equals to 1. For unit step input, R of t is equals to 1 and R of s is equals to, and R of s is equals to 1 by s. R of s is equals to 1 by s. The response in the s domain, we will write here the response in the s domain is C of s is equals to R of s into omega n square by s square plus omega n square. Because we are writing s, C of s is equals to R of s, it is called as a s domain. That is equals to, what is R of s? R of s is here, it is 1 by s. So 1 by s we will be writing here, and also omega n square divided by s square plus omega n square is equal to C of s. Already we have seen that for unit step input R of t is equals to 1, and for different values ramp input also we have dealt with this all. Okay. Now this is the equation, and now what we do is, by partial fractions, we have to adopt a partial fraction here. As we know, by partial fraction we are going to split the equation into different parts, like depending upon the order of the system we are going to split that equation into partial fractions and find out the values and then substitute it, and we will be finding out the proper solution for the equations. By partial fractions, by applying partial fraction to the equation, So what we do here, the partial fraction equation, C of s is the equation. So we will write C of s is equals to C of s is equals to a by s plus b by s square plus omega n square. So this equation is divided into two equations, partial fractions, a by s plus b by s square plus omega n. So by applying the partial fractions now, this equation C of s is equals to omega n square divided by s into s square plus omega n square is equals to a by s plus b by s square plus omega n square. Now what we have to do is omega n square is equals to a into s square plus s square plus omega n square plus b into s. So it is taking the LCM here and cross multiplying s square plus omega n square. Now by taking LCM and writing the equation, we get this form. Now this gets cancelled, denominator gets cancelled here, and we have omega n square is equals to a into s square plus omega n square plus bs. Okay. Now what we do is we take the numerator, as the denominator gets cancelled, we take the numerator. Omega n square is equals to a into s square plus omega n square plus bs. Okay. So omega n square is equals to a into omega n square plus 0. Why? Because here we are having plus b. Omega n square is equal to a into s square plus omega n square plus bs. Now what we write here is, here s is equal to 0. We are having two values of s, or one is s is equal to 0 and here s square plus omega n square is equal to 0. So s square is equal to minus omega n square is one value, and s square is s is equal to 0 is one value. So here we can write b into s minus 0 also we can write. So what is the value of s? S is equal to 0 and other value s square is equals to minus omega n square. So here the coefficients a into the expression s square plus omega n square plus b into s minus 0 is given here. So we treat the s value first is s is equal to 0, and then what we treat it, s is equal to s square is equal to minus omega n square, that is s is equals to omega n. Now what will you do is here s is equal to 0 will substitute in the equation. Put s is equal to 0 from this equation, we are writing s is equal to 0. So it is one of the factor. Okay, factorizing it, s is equal to 0, omega n square is equals to a into omega n square plus b into 0. So what you get here, a is equals to omega n square by omega n square, that is equals to 1. Now in this equation we will substitute a value. Omega n square, putting a value, a is equal to 1 in above equation. What we get is omega n square is equals to a is 1. So yes, square plus omega n square plus bs. Here omega n square cancel, s square is equals to, okay, s square is equals to here minus bs. Okay, get here b is equals to minus s, b is equals to minus Yes, so what we have values of A and B, A is equals to 1 and B is equals to minus S. Now substituting these values in the equation, we get the equation as C of S is equals to 1 by S minus S by S square plus omega n square. Okay, now what we do is, we will substitute these A and B values in the C of S equation. So the equation now is C of S is equals to C of S is equals to 1 by S minus S by S square plus omega n square. So now what we have to do here to find the time response. In the time domain response is C of t is equals to L inverse of C of S. Now what you have to do here is, you have to take the inverse Laplace transform of the C of S to get the C of t in time domain. Okay. Now rewrite this equation and do it the inverse Laplace transform for this equation. Okay. L inverse of 1 by S minus S by S square plus omega n square is equals to, what we get here, the value is L inverse of 1 by S is 1, and for S by S square plus omega n square it is cos omega t, cos omega n into t. So it is 1 minus cos omega into t. C of t is equals to 1 minus cos omega n into t. So 1 minus here, if you draw the graph for it, you will be seeing that it is a cos form and also we get a oscillatory form. This is the oscillatory form, and if you substitute the values here for this 1 and 2, you will be getting this type of waveform, and this is time t. So what we can say here is, this is the response of undamped second order system, okay. So it is the response of the second order system. We will write here, this is the response of undamped second order system is shown in the figure, and this type of response, this is the oscillatory response here. So it is oscillatory response, and what we say is it is a response of undamped second order system. It is shown in the figure, and it is completely oscillatory. It is completely oscillatory in nature, and therefore the conclusion is, these type of responses are not exist in practice. This type of response does not exist in practice. So it is a undamped second order system. The response is oscillatory. So for the unit step input, so we don't have this type of responses practically in the system. Okay, and we are having different underdamped and critically damped and also overdamped. So these are the things we have to check. So we have got the undamped response now. So in the next classes we will deal about the over damped, critically damped for different types of inputs. Okay. So students, I would like to conclude the class here. We will take in the next class about the over damped, critically damped and under damped type of responses. Okay. Thank you.